everyone, it's Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you coming along, seeing what we have to do today. We are on the last day, little adjustment here on the screen. We are here, last day of the hashtag ABC April 2025 challenge. And that's by Seven Plaza and Crafty by Tony. So this is the last day. So we are on Z. And as you see, we're going to do something with a zipper. That's not only the last day of the hashtag ABC April 2025 challenge, but is the first day of a 3-day challenge, just 3 days, 3-day challenge with Nancy Piter, and hers is called Halfaween 2025 because this is halfway to Halloween. So hashtag Halfaween 2025, hosted by Nancy Piter, is also, I'm combining those two challenges. So let's get started. We're using a zipper today. So I have all of these zippers, which are going away, and we're going to bring out what I have done so far. So what I am going to do is I am going to make a tag with a zipper like this. And I've already done this part because this is the first time I've ever made one, and I wasn't sure how I wanted to do it and exactly how it should be. So I did it off camera. So I apologize that, but I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. I took 2 pieces of paper like this. And I took, made it in this tag. This is as long as my zipper. Now, let me show you something. I will tell you this. Let me find a good one here. This one. This is the same size zipper. And as you can see, I wound up cutting the tails off, and I did that intentionally. But you take a zipper, and I just took the pieces of paper, and you want it to be, these would need to be longer, a little bit longer, but it's what I have handy right here. I did it to the end of the zipper, right here, to the end of the metal, and I did it all the way to the top. I used a piece of paper like you want to use, not cardstock. You want to use, so these are a little bit short. They need to be longer. Let me pull you out just a little bit. I guess I have to lift you up. There we go. You have to have it, it's best, because you don't want to have to cut through the zipper if you can help it. Make your paper go all the way up. It's good to have that little extra leeway. And I just kept the zipper closed, laid it down like this, and I glued it. Then I stitched it, but I glued it, and then I took the zipper and I unzipped it however far down, which it's hard to do. Well, come on, zipper. There we go. So as you see, when you unzip the zipper, it does that. So this one would do the same thing. Here I can zip it back up, and you can see how that looks. So what I did, again, is I had the zipper zipped up. I took the 2 pieces of paper. I glued one on each side. You want it to be a thinner paper. This is from a digital, and so that is just copy paper. This is cardstock, so this wouldn't work as well. And this is just my way of doing it. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it. I know that some people have done it, and they unzip it where they want it to go. This doesn't want to work as well. Unzip it as far as they want to go, and as far out as they want to go, and they let that wrinkle up, but they cut their piece of paper to match that curve. Now, that's just too hard for me. So what I did was just sew it on there straight, just like this. And then I unzipped this as far as I wanted it to go, which I have a have a place that it needs to go, and I don't remember now exactly where it is because I'm going to use this tag as my background. But this is going to be what shows through the zipper pocket, and this is going to wind up being a pocket. And I want it to go down as far as it can to where the bottom of this piece of paper is, which is, this is the same piece of paper, which is just up just a little bit more right there. And then I'm going to spread this out, and I will have to make creases, or in the sewing world, darts in my paper to make that open up. And that just was easier for me to do it that way. So that's what I did. So you can see that I've taken this, and my zipper almost matches my background. And I didn't know, I just picked out one that was the right size, and I should have done, you know, something that showed up a little more, but I don't have a huge amount of zippers. You saw the zippers I have, that's about it. But you see the zipper, okay? So what I am going to do now, so I just glued that on, unzipped it, made little pleats, little darts right here where it needs to be to open the zipper up after I unzipped it where I wanted it to be. I will be adjusting that as I put it on here. So let's get started on getting this put together. So I am going to, this has been coffee dyed. Let's tell you what size my tag is. Ruler. Where are you? My tag is little, like 1 3 3/8. 1, 2, not quite 3/8. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3/16, something like that. Anyway, not quite. It is not quite 3 1/4. No. 1, 2, 3. It's not quite 3 3/8. Not quite. This ruler is kind of hard to see. You can make your tag any size you want to, and this is almost a 7.5 inches. Actually 7 3/8 length. And my zipper was a 7-inch zipper, I believe. That's not, the zipper doesn't include the tails that were on the end. This part doesn't include that part, and it doesn't include this part when they give you the zipper measurement. It's only the zip part. Okay, now that we got that figured out, where is my, here. Okay, so let's get this down. This is going to be my background piece. It's basically going to be what you see. Come on. Come on. Come on, glue. It's basically going to be what you see through the zipper. The zipper is going to be the pocket part. And it is not going to be, the zipper will not be functional when we get done with this. So you zip it to where you want it to go, because it's not, at that point, going to be functional after you get it together. Okay, so I want this to be kind of centered, and my problem with this is that's not exactly in the center, and so I have to adjust it a little bit, and it needs to go over this way just a bit. So we'll put it over there just like that, and that should be really good. Let me get my glue closed up. It's not wanting to work well. So I just used a piece of cardstock. Oh shoot, I'm doing it on the wrong side. I don't want it to be on this side, because this is the solid side. Okay, let me get that off best I can. So I just wet it. This is going to be a grungy tag anyway, so it doesn't matter if this is going to be glue on it or not. I meant to put it on this side because this is the pattern side. Dry it, dry it, dry it, dry it, dry it, dry it, dry it. Oh, if you're looking at that. Okay, I'm already having problems today. Okay, let's do that again. Maybe my glue will work better this time. Not really. Oh, come on. I saw this in a long time ago. I thought I kept the magazine that it was in, and I did not, because I saw this in a scrapbooking, I used to scrapbook, and I saw this in a scrapbooking magazine years ago, and I thought I kept that magazine because it was something that I wanted to do at some point, and apparently I did not, because I went looking for it, and unless I just haven't looked in the right place, I looked where I thought it should be. My problem about that is that when I look for something and it's not where it's supposed to be, or where I think it's supposed to be, I have no idea wherever else to look. So I have to get my husband in and say, I'm looking for this. And then he'll find it for me, because if it's not where it's supposed to be, I absolutely, totally go blank as to anywhere else it might be. I mean, occasionally I say, okay, well, it could be here, and then, I'll see if it's there. Yeah, that's good. So this is going to work out okay. It's a little damp, but that's okay. It'll work out okay. So I haven't come across it if I kept it. I can't believe I didn't keep that, though. But anyway, it was using a zipper in the way that I am using the zipper. I didn't get that all the way up to the top, but that's okay. We will be inking that with some black ink, because I'm doing the half-a-wing. So this has got to be kind of Halloween-y. It's not going to be terribly Halloween, but it's going to be my take. We'll have a little bit of Halloween-ish, maybe. The tag inside, I'm going to make a tag to go inside, which is laying over here, basically put together, and you'll see why I had to put together part of it. It's not glued together, but I can't show you the whole back piece. Okay, so we have this now, and so now what I'm going to do is I want the zipper to be in the middle, so I'm going to just glue it across the bottom, because I then need to situate the sides and manage as like I've never done this, so I'm winging it. So bear with me if it doesn't work. I think it'll work though. I've been kind of playing with it. So we're just going to glue this at the bottom, just like this. And I'm going to do it so that these sides, so that it's straight at the bottom, so, or close to it. Okay, so there we are. Okay, now I just did it right across the bottom because this is going to be the pocket, so we've got to leave it open on the sides. I think I want this to come out pretty much. So you see what I'm having to do here. Let me glue this. Let me close this back up. I will be sewing around this. I'm going to glue it, but I also will be sewing around it. I won't do that on camera. I don't have a setup to show you my sewing machine and all that. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I want it to be grungy. So it doesn't really matter. Is that? Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't really matter if it has scrunches in it. I don't really care. I can actually do more than one. I can do one there and let it go up a little straighter. But I want it to go out from where it's unzipped to almost the end of where my little corners are cut off. So you have a nice wide opening to slip in your tag. So what I'm doing is I am just pulling this out and make sure my zipper is flat, because I want my zipper to be flat, and just pushing this paper down so that it will and you'll have a little bump there too. And I may can't get a tag in here once I get this done, but I think I can. And we are then going to, see, it's going to buckle up a little bit here. I don't care. I don't really care where it buckles. If it buckles, if it doesn't buckle, whatever. I don't really care. because it's going to be grungy anyway. And I'm okay with that. So just do it like that. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to lift this up and glue just along the edge, just along this edge here. And I won't finish out where it goes at the top yet because I don't know exactly how I want to do that. But I'm going to do it like that. Okay. I'm going to take the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to glue it up the side. And pull this out where I want it to be, making it about the same, and then glue that down. Okay, so it's puckered a little bit. I'm okay with that, because now what we're going to do is cut this off. Make sure that's glued down good. And I made sure that the teeth of this didn't go over the line because I don't want to cut through the teeth. Although I think you can. My mother used to, if she had a zipper that was too long, she would cut off the end and fix it so it wouldn't unzip all the way and use it for whatever. That was amazing to me. I don't know about that. I am not the seamstress my mother is, that's for sure. I actually don't make clothes. Never. I haven't ever really made clothes. When I was a teenager, I did a few things. I was not that good at it. I am much better at sewing on paper. And I'm much better at doing it not neat because I'm not very good at it. Okay, now, so see, we just cut off the zipper part, the top of the zipper to match. Need to hold that a little bit better. Come on. Okay. Now, let's make sure. That was the side that wasn't down as good. Okay, so now we'll put down this side. I'm sorry, I'm holding it close enough to me to see it, and you can't see it. Okay, there we are. So we cut that off. And we might keep those little scraps for something. Okay, that one didn't, but that's okay. We're just going to ink around it now with some black ink. Oops. And then we're going to see if we can actually put a tag in here. So it is okay if it doesn't come out perfect. Ink is a marvelous thing. And I don't know if I think I might have to glue these little corners down. Don't know about that yet. And I'm not sure if I want to glue those down yet or not. They'll get sewn down on the edge when I sew this, but I don't know if I want to glue down or not. Okay, and that's how you get a zipper pocket. That tag's too big. This is a pre-made tag. Let's see if a tag actually will go in there. Yep, there we go. So see, you can make a pocket with the zipper. I think I will have to glue this. I do though. I should have made it come over a little bit further probably. I can probably get it in there. Well, you just make a size tag that you need to get it in there. Glue down these little corners. I think that'll be better. Okay. Now, let's take my little oops, sorry. I hit the light. Let's take my little rollery doobie here. And let's just roll that down good. So see, it's kind of okay. So that is it. Now this is what my tag is going to be. So this is the Halloween. And I can't show you this whole body because you don't want to see it. Just saying, you don't want to see it. So we're going to just glue this down. And I've used a piece of, you just glue this one down like this. Come on. There we go. Let's glue this one down here. Let's glue this one down over here. Sorry, out of frame. And this is on a torn out of a old book, and this was the inside paper, and so the cover was pulled off. The inside paper is still attached. That's going to be my tag. And so for Halloween, I've got my image here of the inside of a person, which I got it from a book. I don't know what book I got it from. I've had it in my stash. And then I had these little ticket things that have these little scary masks on them. So I thought that was sort of Halloween looking. I am not, you know, I do Halloween. I have done Halloween journals. Halloween, this is just something I had laying close by because I'm not doing Halloween right now. But I wanted to do this zipper. I thought this was a good way to use the zipper, was in more of a Halloween type look. So I'm making it just be grungy. I cut out these two flowers or leaves here. I'm going to put this coppery colored one on top of the black one and make it be shadow, like a shadow of the copper one. The black is kind of going to be the shadow. Let me just get that down, see if I can make that work. I want the stem to be perfectly over each other. Let's see if I can make that work. And then this, like that. Here we go. Put it over here. And just have a little black shadow. Let me use my little glue bottle for this. That would be easier. I did fill it up. It's now full of glue. So it should be good to go. And let's use this. This will be a little bit easier. So we're going to put this two together to make a shadow of this die cut. I think this die cut came from probably Temu, maybe, something like that. I have some others that I'm going to use. Okay, and I want to put this across here. Like that. I hope that won't keep it from going in the pocket. Now, you also can take for the pocket, you also can take your bone folder after it's dried, and you can kind of open up the sides gently by stretching the paper just a bit. Okay. So I think I'm going to put this on this side, but if I put it on that side, then you'd have this side to write on, which would be nice. And I don't mind this way. We could do it this way. That might be better. I wasn't planning on putting it on another tag, but I could. Wasn't planning on it, but I could. So let's take this and stick this down across that, and then I'll figure out what I want to do. So I kind of wanted to do something for this Halfween challenge. Not using typical bought Halloween things, because sometimes we just need to use stuff we run across. Just things we run across. And that's what all of these are. I just found them in and among something. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. I like it better. And you still can write on that. So let's get her down. I will be stitching around this as well. I don't know if this is a her or a him, but it might be a him. I think it's a him, actually. But anyway, it is just showing insides, and it's kind of creepy looking, so I thought, well, let me use that, because it's nice to use things that are not bought, or I shouldn't say not bought, because this came in a book that probably I bought, but you know what I mean, that was not bought specifically for Halloween. Something that you have already that you can maybe use. See, I don't know if this will go in here. It might not with a rough edge. So let's tear that down a little bit. We can do that. Down the whole thing. I'll just tear it down a little bit. And I'll ink that again. I use this little color box ink. It's black. It's a black ink, and I just use it to get the ink from the. I'll tear that off because it's going to fall off anyway. Let's ink around this. I will need to put some sort of tab on there to pull it out with. Let's see if I can get it in. If not, then there goes my inker thing. Okay, that goes in there better. There we go. There we go. Okay, and I don't have my fabrics and things out, but let's see. I do have my little tin of things here that we can use as a tab, like this. Could be a tab on that, and I could put a little bit of lace or something on there. Let's see if I have anything. Sorry, you don't even know what I'm looking in. Little polka dot thing is kind of neat. I got this little, what is this? Oh, that might be cool. Do I like that? That's okay. I'm going to use this little bit here. And like I said, it's going to get stitched around. But well, for now, put a little glue here and put this on it, just like that. And put a little glue on this side. And stick that on it, just like that. And I probably need to either cut that off or glue that on down. I might cut that off, use it somewhere else. The little scrap. Let's just cut that off. You should see all the stuff I have on my desk. It's really funny. It's ridiculous, actually. So anyway, so we made this quick little tag out of a book that was torn up. So this is going to go in here, just like that. And then I have some little things that I want to do here. What did I have here? I need to get my sponge, because I want to ink this up and make it a little darker. So we're going to do that with just the ink that's on here. There we go. And this was sticker paper, so it's a little bit sticky. It won't be sticky enough to hold down completely, but I thought, well, I'll put this maybe there with something else. See, I've got all of these die cuts. This is why I don't do die cuts ahead of time, because I am not patient. And when they get all tangled up in each other, I get frustrated. So, that's my story. Oh, I think I wanted to do this here. This is a little copper piece that I also did some black over the top of. And then I was going to do this, which is black behind it on this side, just to make that be kind of, and I don't like that because I could cut these little side pieces off, but I could put that down first. Okay, I like that better. I don't mind it going over the inside a little bit on the inside, but I don't like, let's see. That one's turned the wrong way. Let's try it. Nope, it's gotta go this way. Not liking that. Okay, I'm gonna alter this a little bit. And I am going to cut that like that. And cut this off over here, because I want this with this. Just like that. Okay. So, and it's okay if you go over, like I said, this zipper now is not functional because you can't zip it up now because there's no extra to zip up with. So the zipper becomes non-functional when you do this, and I don't have a problem with that. And I wish I had used, because I didn't really know what I was going to do, so or what paper I was going to use, so I just started with that zipper. I would have used something that was a little more contrasting if I had thought ahead enough. I did not. So the zipper doesn't show as much as I would like for it to. A black zipper would have been nice. I only have one black zipper. And I didn't use it. So we have what we have. So I'm going to put this like this up as far as it can go. Now that I've trimmed it off, it can go pretty far, like that. Okay, I got glue everywhere. And then I was going to put this piece like that. And I'll cut off that tip at the bottom. I think that's okay. I kind of going to alter this too because I kind of don't want this on there. So your die cuts don't have to be exactly like your die cuts are. You can alter them. Because I wanted this to come over here like this and them not to be there. I like that better. Not as busy looking. So let's get this down. So don't be afraid to alter your die cuts to suit your need, because it's yours. You can do what you want to with it. I'm not going to alter, obviously, the metal part, but when I make a cut, I can then cut off parts that I don't need nor want and go from there. Okay, there we go. That's how I want that to be. Going across the zipper right there. I need to make sure that this stays down while it's gluing or drying so that it will stay down. So the reason I think this is kind of Halloween is because this is the inside of a person cut open. It was really it wasn't, I don't think it was a medical journal, but I don't remember where I got this image from. And then the scary faces kind of, you know, make it be scary. That's what Halloween is, right? Scary. But I'm thinking, okay, so this was, this may be the journal. This may go in a journal of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of person, which is along the Halloween line, but not strictly Halloween. Does that make sense? Oh, I didn't put glue on these little thingies. Shame on me. That's not going to work. They don't need much. So I'm calling this a Halloween for the Halloween challenge by Nancy Piter. Again, let me show you that. The first day of the Halloween 2025, hosted by Nancy Piter. And also this is the last for Z, for zipper, of the hashtag ABC April 2025 challenge. So that is my project for today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope, there's my 2 pieces of paper. Where'd my other zipper go? Did I put it over there? I don't know. No, here it is. So using a zipper, and I probably will do some more to this, but I don't know yet what that might be. Some labels, maybe, you know, a word, something going up and, oh, I know what I want to do. Hold on, stamp. It's going to be a stamp. A stamp that doesn't get used very often. And let me show you which one. It's this one. Condemned. I'm going to stamp that right across there. So to do that, I'm going to glue this one down. I didn't glue this one over here, but I'm going to glue this one down because I want it to be flat. nice and flat when I do the stamping across it. Let me get my block. Let's see, will this one work? Yes, it'll work well enough. Okay, I'm going to use my Distress Oxide. Let's put this back up. Or should I use, I want this to do really good. Maybe I should use the Archive ink. Okay, so you just, if you know anything about sewing, you just sew that zipper in, just like you would, except do two separate pieces of paper. But you just sew it up and down, just like you would something that's not too thick, so that you can crease it to open it up. You don't have to even sew. You can actually just glue it, and you can do faux stitches if you want to have a stitched look. Okay, that didn't do as good as I wanted it to, but probably as good as I can expect going over that seam right there. So let's do this. This is another little trick that you can do, that I do sometimes, because I want this to be darker than it is. So I will just go over this just kind of loosely with a micro tip, and just because I want that to be completely covered right there and right there and here. So when it doesn't stamp as good as you want it to, I just do this, go over it a little bit. Again, this is meant to be grungy, not perfect. If you're looking for perfection, and I'm an OCD person, so to me this is perfectly imperfect. So I say I'm an OCD person. I'm mildly that way. I do like to be organized, and I do like to have my space neat. And when it gets to a certain point, got to do something different with it. Got to clean up. Okay, I'm not going to do the little words down there. Don't mind about those as much. But there is that. And I think that looks good. I like it. Now, can you see my mess around me? You see how it gets? You see how small my space gets when I'm working on something? Okay, so let's take a look, a closer look at my zipper tag. Zipper pocket. Well, it's a tag. It is also a tag. So it can be floating. It can be a floating tag. And then you can, switch it, just put it in a pocket. You can make it flip out or whatever you want to do, but it's a pocket, and we have a tag in here. And so this is Z for zipper for the hashtag ABC April 2025 challenge. And it is my Halloween-ish creation for the hashtag Halfaween 2025 by Nancy Piter. So thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will try the zipper idea. It's really not as hard as it might look like, because you just, like I said, just sew it in. Just sew it and then unzip. That's why you want paper that you can fold easily, because when you unzip, if you sew it in straight like this, down each side, when you unzip, you're going to have to be able to fold the paper back so that it will stay open. Okay, so that's my make for today, and thank you for coming along. And hit the like button if you like what you see. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you'd like to get further videos from me. If you have joined me in the past, thank you so much for coming back. And if you have just found me, Thank you for coming and welcome. So I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.